Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. It is now Wednesday, May 28th, 2025. That's more than 5 years, 2 months, 10 days, actually, exactly, since we began this community together. It's good to see you, Neil, Daphne. Good to see you, Jennifer, Tara, Boker Tov, Emily. It's good to see you too. J-Teen, my friends at J-Teen. So honored you're here. Linda and Shari, Debbie and Barry, Boker Tov. It's good to see all of you. I hope that you and yours are safe and well. It's broadcast 1313. It is an unfathomable day 600 since October 7th. We'll talk about that. That's where our hearts are going to be. But let's make sure that we do not miss the chance to say good morning to each other. Aviva and Adele, Arlene, Patricia, good to see you. Amy and Dale, Jonathan and Deborah, Arlene, Jerry and Minna, Carl and Barbara. It's good to say your names. I hope you know that. Jack and Cheryl, Cecile and Corinne, good to see you. Really good to see you. Cynthia, nice to see you too. All right, friends, let's take a breath. We're going to sing a bracha, learn some Torah, and make sure that today is a day that impacts the world for the better. Friends, it's good to see you. I see that Arlene is sharing. It's her birthday. Arlene, today's Torah is, of course, for you. Janice, you lost a friend who is a member of a Haitian church, sending you comfort and her memory blessing. I don't know if it's I don't know who the person is. And Natalie, you're sharing that your aunt just died. And I'm so sorry. Comfort to you too. May her memory be for a blessing. In no way do I want to overshadow the personal things that we are sharing in the most immediate of ways. But as we look at this week's Parsha, and as we think about the unfathomable, it's the only word I can use, the unfathomable 600th day since October 7th, with 58 of our beloved still in captivity and war still raging. My heart is all over the place, as I'm imagining yours might be too. And I hope that you will allow a birthday and our immediate experiences to be present for you so that you and I can together share in the building of this community. We can be in grief and we can celebrate your birthday, and we can also know exactly where our people's hearts have been for 600 days and remain. It's Parshat B'Midbar. We begin the fourth book of the Torah this week. B'Midbar literally means in the desert of. And the desert is a complicated place, but it is also a place of formation. You might remember that in the context of the Tanakh and in Jewish tradition, we have conflicting versions of what the experience in the desert was. There's a beautiful telling of the experience. We sing it every Rosh Hashanah as part of davening. Ko amar Hashem, so says God, Zacharti la chesed ne'urayich. I remember our young love, the blushing love of our youth. Lechtech acharai b'midbar, when you followed after me in the desert, a place where no one had been. It's a honeymoon. That's one way of looking at it. In Psalms, we say arba'im shana akut bedor va'omar to'e levavhem. For 40 years in the desert, we fought, and I swore that these people were never going to make it, which means it was a place of trial and tribulation. And of course, it's all true. On the one hand, here we are, the birth of our nation after liberation, and also we don't go easily. We are not led simply. We are all of these things. And it's so important for us to be able to hold both of those things. We are a people with internal conflicts. Watching the politics within Israel these days is so painful. We need to get it together. And the model of how we camped in the desert, if only that's how we remember to be. Yesterday we shared the midrash that I shared from Rabbi Penny Dunner, who himself learned it from classic texts, the idea that we gather as a nation based on how we stood together around Joseph when he died. We remembered that we were part of something greater than ourselves, and that we could even surpass our own limitations, as Joseph's brothers had to in order to reach that moment. We are part of something great, bigger than ego, bigger than even the pain. And I am looking, as I'm sure you are. And if you haven't looked today, I beg of you, look and don't look away at the faces of our 58 beloveds, because the families of our 58 beloved still held in captivity 600 days in are feeling abandoned by their own leaders. And we dare not let them feel abandoned by us. I haven't said these hypotheticals, and I don't want to say them. But what if it were my child? I haven't said it once these 600 days. And I won't say it again. But I have to act as if it were. I have to respond as if it were. What would you do for yours? What would you do for your cousin? What would you do for your neighbor, for your spouse, for your parent, your grandparent, your baby? What would you do? You would not abandon them, and you would scream to high heavens to make sure that everyone knew and everyone remembered. And for 600 days, that is what our beloved's families have done. That is what released hostages have done. That's what Yuval Raphael did on the stage at Eurovision. That's what countless people have played on Alon's piano in Hostage Square. That is what we do to the Pope, to the President, to our local officials, to our rabbis, to our interfaith clergy partners, to anyone who will listen. We have shouted, bring them home now. And I know the Parsha is bigger than this painful moment, but I am a child of Israel. And even if you, friends, because not everyone in our community is Jewish, even if that's not the name you use for yourself, you are my family. That's what this community has become. Over 1,313 broadcasts. We have become family. And this pain is shared. And so the question is, are we shouting loudly enough that our beloveds can hear us under the ground? It's been 600 days. I tried to do the math, and I don't know that it actually leads anywhere. But remember, in Bamidbar, in this week's Parsha, there's a census taken of the Israelites. And here we are wondering, how many of us will fight for all of us? That's the question. That's the question. How many of us will fight for all of us? Zionism is many things. One of them, the primary one, is a safe place for Jewish people to be, As Achad Ha'am Asher Ginsburg once said, to live and die on our own terms. On our own terms. Of the 58 beloveds who are still being held captive, some are awaiting the dignity of being buried as a free person, with love and care and respect and home. And so I know that we tune in for something inspiring from the Parsha. So let me offer this. The desert was a difficult place. It's not a simple moment of our history. It wasn't a simple facet of our relationship with the divine. It wasn't a simple moment of national becoming, but we did become a nation, and we did go home, and we did live and die on our own terms. We deserve that right no less than anyone else. And until our 58 beloved are home, we will fight like hell. For all of the politics of this moment, the purity of our rage deserves its place 600 days later. So I ask you again, what would you do if it was your baby? So do that. Do it now. Do it loudly. Fight for our beloveds. Our camp is not yet whole again. We are healing. We are working so hard to take good care of the world and of ourselves. We must. We have learned, as the ancient rabbis did, that if we are only for ourselves, what are we? But, as Hillel said, Im ein ani li mili, if I don't watch out for my own, who will? We are a family. And the best way to understand nation is to think of it like family. So, on this 600th day, I ask you to feel our family in your heart so deeply, and to do what you do, to do what we all are called to do when our family is in pain. Because our family is in pain. None of our family should feel abandoned. None of our family should be abandoned. So when I say I invite you, that's a gentle way of saying what I'm feeling. I adjure you, to use the technical term. I can't command, but I can push. And I hope that you'll use that language too. Every human way you have at your disposal to bring this again to the pinnacle of the world's attention. Do. Bring them home now. Say it with me over and over, friends. Bring them home now. Scream it to heaven, even if you say it calmly with your voice, but project. Bring them home now. Make the Hatikva friends a prayer for them. For them. Kol od balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefate mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia od lo avda tikvateinu התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון V'Yerushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, friends.